Yeah? Oh. Yeah?
I love you, baby.
Yeah, I love you too. Who's up texting you?
Nobody, baby. Don't worry about it.
Nobody. It says Tina. Who the fuck is Tina? Who the fuck is Tina?
Bitch, you know what? Get your shit and get out.
You know what? I love you, babe, but maybe we should take a break.
A break? Maybe you should kiss my ass.
Sound familiar? You in a relationship and this shit ain't working. It's time for the truth. This is the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason, back in the building. You know how we do. I got another crazy topic. So let me do this right now. Let me get it out of the way right now. Get to your phone lines. 844-55-1. 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. It's gonna be crazy up in here. Listen, you already know how the phone lines do. If you wait, you're not getting through. So just call us right now. We got the hottest topics in the game. This is Hot Button Radio, the talk show division of Dash Radio. You figure deals me. We about to go in. Let me just do this. If you're just tuning into the Voice of Reason, if this is your first time, what we do is break down relationships, all of the bullshit that people go through in relationships. I give practical advice regarding all things relationships. We cover everything from conflict resolution, communication skills, baby mama, baby daddy, drama, sex, money, astrology, cheating, blended families, religion, culture, and marriage or lack thereof. We also do a thing where we just open up the phone lines, man, to hear what anybody and everybody got to say about the particular topic. Get to your phone lines right now, 844-55-1. Again, you're listening to the Voice of Reason. I'm Zoe Williams. In the building right now, we've got with us in studio none other than the young gun, Whitney Tizaber.
Yeah, what's poppin', y'all? Happy Wednesday. Woman Crush Wednesday. Is that what we're doing today?
Woman Crush Wednesday.
Happy April Fool's Day,
I
so.
love it.
I was going to be on time today, April Fool's.
Hysterical. Right. Whitney's in the building. And of course, next to her is, guess what name I'm going to use?
Hopefully the right one.
Wrong.
Ain't.
Ashanti Ford is in the building right now.
What's up? Happy hump day.
But when she gets out of hand, I will call her something else.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is a heater. The baby trap. The secret agenda of desperate people. Listen, when I start rattling off these questions, I know people can't help but think of Kimora Lee. Oops. 844-55-1. Do you know someone who's been blackmailed into fatherhood or motherhood? Do you know someone who was manipulated into motherhood? Do men do that to women, really? 844-55-1. Get to your phone lines right now. What do you do when reproductive organs become weapons of mass deception? A night of sexual pleasure was turned into reproductive espionage. Does this really happen? Are there women out there who are poking holes in condoms still? Or lying about, you can come in me now. It's been a month, right? I'm on the pill. Or pricking themselves and saying, see, I got a shot.
Wow.
Lying. And what is the purpose of baby trapping anyway? Somebody call us and let us know. 844-55-1. That is the number to dial. Is trapping a man with a baby now a part of the female culture? Is it a hustle? Right? Is it an occupation?
Depends.
Fuck. Is that what we have to deal with nowadays?
Yeah.
Wow. 844-55-1. Is the art of baby trapping really the art of lifestyle trapping? That's fucked up. Oh, God. Are you trying to trap a lifestyle and you really don't care about the baby and the baby ensures the kind of lifestyle you want? It's going to be crazy. Let me introduce my next guest. She's on the line right now. Veronica Conway.
Hello, happy Wednesday.
Hey,
Coach
Veronica, happy
extraordinaire,
Wednesday.
man. She's
VC.
coach extraordinaire. VC in the building. VC, is this a real situation? Are men and women trapping each other into families? Is this even possible?
Well, I think it is out here. I think that there's a lot of that goes on. I know that for myself, my ex-husband, the father of my children, was an older man.
You was gonna call him your baby daddy, weren't you? I heard it. You formed your lips to say baby daddy, didn't you?
Yeah. he was 18 years older than me.
Damn.
And I thought that safe meant sane. And that was just one letter off. One letter is a world of difference, I gotta say. And there was a lot of pressure on me to have a child because he didn't have children. So there was a lot of pressure at a young age to have children. So it can actually go both ways. It's kind of a fascinating thought or topic. And then he refused to actually really pay for their raising them. He really just sat down and refused to pay. So it can go both ways.
If a woman deceives a man into having a baby, should he still be held liable for child support? 844-55-1. Like you took, listen, there's a radio personality, his name is Tom Likas, and he has these kinds of topics, and he was saying, for the woman who is crazy enough to go into the trash can and get the thrown away condom with the semen in it.
That's insane.
He says the best defense against that is to put Tabasco sauce in the condom when you're done.
Damn.
And a lot of women have gotten
Tabasco sauce.
burns inside of their vagina from going in the trash, getting the condom, and pouring it into themselves.
No way.
We're talking
That's
thirst at the
ridiculous.
highest level. I'm just saying.
Ew.
Tabasco sauce stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to burn
I
your
don't
ass.
even like that on my eggs. I don't know about
Good
it.
night.
You know
I'm
what
going to
saying?
sleep.
Yeah, they're going to be on your eggs if you get it out the trash can, goddammit.
No, I'm good.
I'm just saying, should a man be held liable for child support if a woman used deception to make him a father? Is he still on the hook? And vice versa, right? What if a woman is deceived into motherhood? 844-55-1, and she doesn't want a kid, right? Should she be able to say, okay, I'm going to have this motherfucking baby because I don't believe in abortion, right? Say that's the stipulation. But as soon as I have him, I'm dropping him off at your mama's house. And I'm out.
I don't think women really
I'm
do
out.
that. I can't
First
see
off,
it.
let's stop giving women credit for just being super nurturers. You motherfuckers is something else,
I'm
too.
just saying, I can't see
Veronica,
that.
can we get some sanity in here, please?
Here we go. Here we go with the dumb shit.
I don't know. I don't know. My situation was so unique. One of the things that happened in my own childhood is that I found out that when I was 18 that my mother that raised me was not my biological mother, right? And I went and I found my biological mother and reunited with her. So I grew up in a scenario that had adoption in it, but I didn't find out till late. And so in a certain way, once I decided to move forward with having children, I was very vested in the idea of breaking the cycle of being a mother that gave her child up for adoption or that dropped the kid off. Because I insisted on breaking the cycle. So I think that there's no etiquette book for how to handle this stuff. I don't think that if a woman deceptively gets pregnant, I don't think that a man should be on the hook for child support. Absolutely not. Because if you make that decision to do that, then you got to eat your breakfast. Right?
Now, what about an actual relationship, though?
I'm team VC on that.
But I'm just saying, at the beginning of the relationship, when you guys lay down the rules and the parameters, and one of the parameters is I don't want to have no kids.
Yeah.
and then you get possessed by the biological clock, and then you do some deceptive shit.
Okay, so we're talking about child support. Okay, no
That's
to the
breach of
child
contract.
support. What about having a relationship with them, though? It's still your kid.
Just
Listen,
that's
if I didn't want the kid,
That's crazy.
I didn't want. If he didn't want it, he doesn't want it. I think I'm
you
Team
can't
DC.
twist his arm.
Real life. What was
You
it?
better have a
So
relationship
then now it's
with
the
a
kid's
child.
fault. So now it's
No.
the kid's fault that the mom was
No, it's
deceptive.
the mama's fault.
It's the mom's fault.
But the kid's not going to see it that way. They just going to know they don't have a dad in their
Well,
life.
hey, that's what your mama gave.
you got
She
dealt a whack mom. I'm
So,
sorry.
That's cool. Great.
No, I had a conversation with this Uber driver literally 3 days ago. Uber driver confession right now, alive. This lady sitting here talking about, we were at a day party. She said, man, they do that nowadays? I said, yep. She said, well, I'm glad I didn't wait. She basically had a baby with a dude that she's like, I didn't want to marry him. I didn't have any interest in him, but we were good friends. I had one daughter, and I'm just driving this for my kid. She still don't mess with dudes. She only wanted his semen and was out. And she was like, I'm still 51, single. Glad I had that one kid. Wow. And that's it. I said, dang. I mean,
clearly she didn't do
and
it for
she's
the money.
happy.
if
She's super
driving
happy.
Uber.
No, she's only driving Uber to give her daughter extra fun money to play. Her daughter is good.
Do you guys think that society gives women a coupon for bad behavior? Like your bad behavior gets protected by some of the rules here. Can we speak on that?
I mean, it's double standard.
Haters.
Men get a coupon too.
You guys get hall passes.
We get a coupon. Listen, we get a coupon to stay out of jail when the system is set up for us to go to jail.
You guys get the coupon that says, well, man, I'm just a man. That's why I did it. Oh, what?
Listen.
DC can be my baby dad. He just brought pizza in here.
No,
No.
this is Zoe.
Dang,
Let
man.
Zoe be the baby daddy.
I'm cool.
She had to look at his PayPal account
Look
for
at
this
that.
pizza, honey.
Even with food. Look, food.
Oh, I'm
gets-
on a cleanse, man. This is
Jesus.
so...
Listen,
I think
But it's-
parameters are a holdover from an era that don't apply anymore. In other words, the reason that, monogamy was so important and the reason that, the man taking quote unquote financial responsibility for a child was so important was because you really had no choice. If you had sex, it was probably inevitable that you were going to have a baby. I think that the rules have changed in the era of birth control because there's far more choice about whether to have a baby or not in this day and age. And so I don't think that the ground rules have actually caught up with reality.
that's an interesting
Right.
angle.
Yeah.
That's an interesting angle, but I would ask this. Men do it to ladies too, right?
Yep.
And my question is, do you know of a sister, a woman, of any race, of any ethnic background that had to hide their birth control pills from the dude? Because, dudes are very slick. We know if you miss a couple, it's going to throw off the rhythm of what's happening. And you can get pregnant. There's dudes out there who want kids too, as a means of locking the girl in. First off, is it possible to lock somebody in with a baby?
No.
Not really.
Nah. Not at all. Especially nowadays, man.
Maybe financially.
All the blended thing? Nah. Like, yeah, if you want to sit in court with the same lame weirdo all day, then yeah, go ahead and lock him down.
The same lame weirdo.
I think women nowadays, they don't do the trapping as much. I mean, but I don't know. Maybe they still do.
Women don't do the trapping?
I think marriage, now women are trying to convince dudes to marry them because they already had a baby. They already got 12 babies, man. Hood marriage. That's... Having a baby with somebody, to me, is called hood marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Done. You're done. Now I think girls are trying to get them...
I think you do trap people for the long term because as a child of adoption, right? And I really think that for the child, if we're talking about it purely in the interest of the child, then parenting and biology and all that stuff and who's my family and where did I come from? Those are lifelong questions of identity.
What happens when the parent tells the truth and say, you came from a bad decision?
Is that necessary?
Why isn't it?
I'm just saying.
Why isn't it? Did you tell the fucking kid the truth? I think the truth... Listen, deception runs deep, right? Deception is fucking hurtful. And we teach children how to deceive even in benign ways. We call it pretense. Like, we know grandmama's house stink, but don't say nothing, right? That's being polite. So under pretentiousness, under politeness, we're teaching them to deceive and not be truthful. And sometimes, I know it's fucking hurtful, but it might be transformative too. Who agrees with that? Veronica, let's hear.
I agree with that.
You don't agree?
One of the things that I decided when I first realized that I could no longer stay with my ex-husband, one of the reasons that I decided to leave is because I didn't want my children growing up in an environment where we were calling it love and marriage, but what was true was the opposite of that.
Was some tolerant shit, yeah.
Is that they would come to connect love and marriage with its opposite. And then they'd grow up looking for its opposite or tolerating its opposite. I think we have to be responsible for what reality we lay down in the atmosphere for our children, because they'll just connect it subconsciously and they'll go out and call love, call something else love and marriage. So I think we've got to be very honest about the reality of living with our kids.
Wow. To speak to that, is that kind of like when kids are young and the boys are mean to the little girls and we tell them, oh no, he's just mean because he likes you. Is that the same thing?
Right. Or like if a woman grows up if a woman's in an abusive scenario with a man, if her dad is a young, says, I love you and then I hurt you and then I love you and then I hurt you, then she learns to connect love and hurt. And then she'll grow up tolerating hurt because she thinks it means love. I think the same thing happens in an environment with kids. If you have that pretense of love and marriage, but it's really something else, they'll grow up filtering for love and marriage when it's not that at all.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So
how do you confront a partner once you've caught them tampering with the intimacy contraception? Hey, motherfucker, there's holes in these condoms. Where did that come? I don't know. Like, how do you have that conversation? Like, if you catch them red-handed doing some nefarious shit with the contraception.
Man, I might have to just get them up. What? I'm throwing shoes or something. I'm going to fight.
Whitney fights.
First off, that's a lot of money you're trying to trap me with, because kids cost too damn much money to be just... Oh, I don't want to fight you over in court for $400. That ain't gonna do nothing.
You know what I think? I think there's some fucking straightforward trapping going on, but I also think there's some bullshit sideways trapping going on
the
too.
Side traps?
The side traps.
Usher.
I think lying to yourself, playing a role, right? Because you want something. You might not even want the person, but they have something you want, right? Is trapping. I believe that, right? Like for instance, I believe a woman playing the social role just to get the ring, just to get the ceremony and the wedding, that's trapping. She might not even like this motherfucker.
She just wants to be secure.
She just wanted to have the experience of, well, I got married, I had the dress, I walked, niggas threw rice. All that bullshit. I mean, think about it. God's Bridezilla, them bitches is trapping.
Yeah.
Anybody got any statements on that?
No, I definitely agree. The Bridezillas go ham. If you ever listen to the men on the Bridezilla show, they pretty much are saying, man, this bitch is crazy. I don't really even know. But whatever makes her happy, if this makes her happy...
I mean, a lot of what we're talking about, are we forgetting that there are arranged marriages? Like, yes, it sounds scandalous.
Yes, in a third world country.
Yeah,
it don't matter. It does sound scandalous when we talk about women that are getting with these men to just trap them. But can we really be that upset? But they don't look at it wrong in arranged marriages. In arranged marriages, my dad's not going to set me up with somebody that's broke and only has one pig.
Let me ask you.
He looking for the nigga that got 20 pigs.
So you want to go back to the dowry? Is that what we doing?
Oh, we going there.
Because if we going back to the dowry, right, then you have to suffer what comes along with the dowry. Now, can we talk about ancient marriage, Veronica? And let's see if they still want to fuck with this. Can you speak on that?
It's because marriage was really invented for the purposes of property, and the reason that there are arranged marriages, and the reason that
You my property.
that women get so conditioned. The women used to be the property of men here in the United States, right? In some countries worldwide, they still are considered property. So marriage, again, the egoic mind was so invested in wanting to know what was going to happen to its property when it was in its grave, that's where monogamy and marriage and matrimony, mother's money, the church coming in and having to license and legislate marriage so that they could tax it.
Okay, I don't like that. Never mind.
They could tax it. So marriage as an institution it's never been about love. It's only been about property. So, and so when you talked about dowries, because at that point, women were considered vulnerable. They couldn't necessarily work. They had to stay at home. So men had to pay, women's families had to pay for them, had to offer up something for them. But, I think one of the great dysfunctions of the modern world is the fact that marriage has been reduced to property because it creates so much insanity and dysfunction in human beings trying to get married or not get married or avoid child support. It takes all of the naturalness out of relating in humanity.
And I'm going to tell you right now, wherever there's property, there's the master and the slave. Now, you might not you might not like that, but this is why I say it. To me, the position that women are in America today, prostitutes. You got to prostitute yourself for some level of security. Eek. Am I bullshitting?
No, real life. That's real crazy.
Now, of course, the dynamic is changing in terms of women are being more educated. Women are more educated than men, but right now.
Yeah. Repeat that? What was it? I didn't get that.
Women are more educated than men. More you guys graduate from school, and I mean every ethnicity of male, white, Hispanic, Asian, Black, everybody. Women, sisters in particular, outnumber everyone in terms of being in school. But what this does is it puts you in a weird little space where you're more educated than your man, and that already puts you in the default of I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
Just because you're better educated doesn't mean you're smarter than. Oh, Jesus. And then a lot of you find yourself by yourself because you've been trying to throw your little brain around. Say, okay, we're going to let you throw your brain around by yourself. While I go talk to your friend who's less educated than you, who got more sense. Right?
Common sense is not so common.
I'm just saying.
Well, look, at one of my Twitter guy right here, Victor Emerson, says, I think some people want to be trapped in order to feel wanted. How do y'all think?
That's some bullshit. What?
Maybe someone also wants to be the
trap me
trapper.
so I know you want me. What?
I mean, yeah, I could. I mean,
tell him to expound on it. I'd like
tell him to.
Yeah, I want to hear.
We got to hear more.
We're also forgetting about sex talk, which is huge. A lot of things could be said under that pressure.
Ooh.
So who gets to decide that it wasn't real sex talk or not? Like sometimes for a woman, it could be hot if a man is like, "Oh, I want you to have his baby." It's like, "Ooh, he wants me to have his baby." And
tell us more about your experiences.
I'm just saying, sex talk is some serious stuff. Who gets to change their mind?
At least I now know what to say.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie.
Let me come in you.
I say some extra stuff that I definitely am not thinking when the situation is happening. I'm like,
Whitney
you need to, and then I'm like, wait, no, if you really, I'm kidding.
Let me ask this, though, and this is a tough question. First off, get to your phone lines, 844-55-1. 844-55-1. Ashanti, would you like to give them the number as well?
844-55-1.
I fucking love her voice. Can you do it again?
Sure. Make sure to get to your phone lines and call us at 844-55-1.
And she's sexy than a motherfucker, too. Like, for real. She's in here in a fucking Wonder Woman see-through toga type.
See-through.
No, I'm dead ass serious. Like, I mean, it's a fucking shower.
It's my Casper
curtain.
dress.
It's okay.
For real. Like, it's And her breasts are out.
Wow, really?
You see the curvature.
This is what happens. This is how people have babies.
I'm just
First of all, to
saying.
everyone out there, I don't have big boobs. I am a A-teamer, so I can get away with
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, it's that Brazilian body. Like,
Yeah, she got ass for days, let me tell you.
Jesus.
Thanks, Whit.
I'm just saying, it makes up for it.
I don't need ass, but when I do.
Oh,
Wait,
R.
is it
Kelly
a
ass.
Jesus. But here's a tough question. How many of you know someone, right, that experienced physical abuse while pregnant from the dude who didn't want the baby?
That's terrible.
I have a friend who recently had a baby. She didn't experience physical abuse, like he didn't beat her ass, but literally while she was giving birth, he showed up at the hospital and calling out her name because he didn't want the baby. He didn't want it at all, but she was like, well, I'm at this age where, you know what, I'm going to handle it myself. I'm good.
But isn't that fucked up? Like, women have all the cards. You know what? I don't really need you. I just needed you to bust off because I wanted this for me. And what about the fathers that are kept away because the woman had an agenda to have something for herself? You guys have all the cards. Because at the end of the day, once I drop off my little milk package, right?
You're disgusting.
I'm just saying, once the milk package is dropped off, you guys can either plan B it. Oh, fuck you, nigga. Plan B. Boop. Right? Or, fuck you, nigga. I'm keeping it.
Yay.
I feel like there should be, like Veronica was saying earlier, there should be like a contract. So basically, dude, I'm going to have this baby with or without you. Sign this saying, you know what, you ain't got to worry about it. If you do, if you don't, it is what it is. Before the baby. Why do we got to fight after the baby is around? And now we got to have the little precious angel watch us act like
First off, let's stop acting like having a baby makes us good people.
It doesn't.
Because what happens is when the baby comes, then it turns into, now, this is for the baby. First off, you lied and cheated and stole to get the baby.
Yeah, but once you have a baby, I thought that changed like your whole outlook.
Hell no.
Man, but everybody knows what happens when you have sex. That is the main goal, is to have a baby. So if I'm, okay.
Is that your main goal for fucking
No,
Whitney?
not at all.
Exactly.
Not me.
Thank you.
But I'm saying, but we know it could happen. Me and my little friend, my little partner.
Uh-oh.
We got a real clear understanding. We both don't want kids, but I know he's real Catholic, and if that ever happened, he would be team, we're keeping it. I'm like, yeah, well, I might have to just take a trip without you.
Let's be honest. Our side chick, first off, is the All-Star break like a baby trap convention?
Yes, this is the Groupie Olympics. The Groupie Olympics. I can never go to All-Star Weekend, and I love basketball because of the groupies, man.
I'm just saying.
It's like a HIV party.
It's an industry. You know what's crazy? Let me give you an example. My son plays basketball, recruited, all of this. Part of the recruitment at every college we went to visit, they had to explain, like, there are older women waiting for you to come here. And they're a little older than you. They're not like really older than you, but you know, you're 18, 19, they're 22, 23, 24, have an apartment, have a car, will cook, clean, whatever, drive you around, give you the whip, get you to practice,
buy you
lock you in, get you J's.
All day.
SugarDaddy.com.
Because they already know that you come into town. They looking at this motherfucker's a 4-star. This dude is a 5-star.
Damn.
I already know if he if the assessment of his recruiting is accurate, he already going to the league.
I don't believe women
Is that
do
why?
that.
So let
I
me
believe
give him carte blanche meat pocket up front.
I believe that. Do you understand how I watch ESPN and I see so many female like correspondents, and I'm like, why are all these girls? They know more about recruiting process than half the dudes. I bet they're waiting for these little dumb boys to fuck up.
Veronica?
I've coached in the NBA. I've done coach training, and I've coached with the NBA ball players, the development league and the professional league. And I'll tell you, it's a real concern. There's a real concern to try to educate these brothers about, because they're like this largest collection of black millionaires on the planet. right? And so there's a whole thing about not only the women that are going after them and the baby mamas that are really trying to get them on lockdown, but there's also a whole thing about how they get surrounded by people from other cultures, to handle their money and their this and their that. So they get sort of played out of pocket very deeply in many ways. And it's a real problem. It's a real problem because you've heard about athletes that have lost all their money to baby mamas. You heard about that. It's horrifying.
All of it. And I worry about, say, somebody like Dwight Howard. Oh. You got 5-6 kids by 5-6 different women. And you making millions of dollars now. But what happens when you need to get a modification on your child support payment when you stop making those millions? Because that day is coming where you're going to need to modify.
Well, he should have pulled out.
I'm just saying. Ooh. The big black beard on Twitter says, I will agree to anything within the 23 seconds after I bust off. Now, with that said, we got to take a quick break.
Damn.
We're coming back to the Voice of Reason, Hot Button Radio, Dash Radio. We'll be back at 2.2. 844-55-1 is the number to dial. Get at us right now. We want to hear your thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason has returned. I'm back in the building. Odell Simmons says, man, Zoe, a lot of highly educated single women here in Atlanta who brag about their degrees go home every night to their toys. They will bamboozle a nigga for a baby boo.
Nobody trying to bamboozle his
844-55-1. That's the number to dial. We've got callers on the line. I'm going to be coming to you guys in 2.2 seconds. I mean, this is a real situation. Let me just say this. How many men out there, call me right now if this is your experience, if you're raising a keep a brother baby, right? You might listen. It was good. The sex was good. You cool, but I'm not really into you like that. And then you get the fuck. I'm pregnant, and I'm gonna keep it. And if you're a man of any kind of honor or integrity, you're gonna hold up your end of the responsibility, right? So you're gonna be like, well, fuck it then. Damn. But you know what this is. It's a keep a brother baby. Fuck. I'm stuck. How many of you guys have the experience of being stuck? Ugh.
Even men that weren't trapped feel stuck by their babies.
That's not true. Sorry.
Yes, it is.
That's not all men. Sorry. There are a branch.
I had no idea that we were talking about all men.
Where's my belt?
Saying that
Chris,
I am just saying.
What are you saying, girl?
Even men that were not initially trapped sometimes end up feeling trapped by their baby, regardless of if it was like a deceptive thing in the beginning or not.
I've had enough.
I want to know.
Callers.
I want to hear from a child who actually was trapped. Do you feel how do you feel in life?
Damn,
do you feel free? Or?
The trapped baby.
The trapped baby needs to call in 1-844-55-1.
Damn baby was born a slave.
Real life, call in. I need to know, how do you feel about your life?
Damn, calling all trapped babies.
Call it trapped baby. That's a song.
Trapped baby. Trapped baby. Trapped baby.
Okay, and mics.
No, don't turn our mics off.
Thank you. LB from Connecticut, you're on the line. The Voice of Reason is live. Let's go.
What's up, Zoe? What's up, ladies?
What's happening, man?
I want to say, I think that there's women out here using a baby as something to try to keep the man, when in the first place, he had already set that expectation, like, I'm just here for sex. I don't want nothing else from you. So these are the women that are out here in the world bitter and upset at everybody because they're trying to use this baby to keep a man that never wanted to stay in the first place. Mm-hmm. I like to think of myself, I think my pullout game is very strong. So
that's right.
Right. Hold on, LB. You sound hella reckless right now.
Hey, yo, my pullout game.
First off,
keep it strong.
You might have a strong pullout game, but let's just do the numbers. 85% who play the pullout game get bitches pregnant. 85% of all men.
That's their fault.
Right? You don't have a condom on? 85%. That's an 85% success rate of pregnancy when there's no condom.
Should have worn a
So
condom.
I don't give a fuck how tight. I'm in the top 15 percentile, nigga. No. At some point, you gonna get caught slipping with that pre-cum.
And it's gonna be the worst hoe you fucking with for sure. I guarantee it.
Bottomist.
She gonna be the
I'm not
Burton.
fucking no hoes. I'm not fucking these nasty bitches.
So
I
then
bet you. Wait a minute, though.
So
LB. I know you're not fucking what you think to be a hoe, but I can guarantee
Preach.
you fucking a crazy bitch with fire pussy.
Right.
That's usually how it goes, right?
That warm jelly box.
The yogurt box.
The yogurt box
That's right.
from
He's
a
aware.
crazy woman. Why is it that crazy cooter is the best cooter of all?
You told this story. You said it was I think your son's mother or your daughter's mother.
My
She
son.
was crazy, and you tried to get away from it, but it was a yogurty goodness
Nigga.
that kept you in.
It was like that pussy was made at the Nestle factory.
Damnable.
Jesus, stuffed with Oreos and ice cream and all types of other wonderful magical ambrosia components. It was great, but that motherfucker was crazier than angel dust.
I'm not crazy.
You've already demonstrated your insanity, so
Hilarious.
arms distance for real in this motherfucker.
And go. Back
And
that up.
scene.
LB, finish your statement. I got to move on to the next caller, bro.
I just want to say the craziest women say they ain't crazy. Love y'all. Peace.
Appreciate it, man.
Peace out.
Mike from D.C., holler at us, man. You're on the Voice of Reason live.
Hey, what's up, Zoe? What's up, lady?
man?
What's up?
with you?
My man. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, man,
I ain't
I'm
gonna-
chilling, man.
A strategy to that last caller. When you raw dogging a girl, you gotta know how to make a Plan B smoothie the next morning.
Ooh, do they be? Honey, I made you a protein shake. Don't worry about the extra
Yeah, but-
fizz in it. That's smart.
I would actually appreciate that. That saves $54.
Yeah. I think
She.
let him finish his statements because I'm about to go.
So,
I'm sorry.
wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry.
Hold
I
on.
ain't gonna lie,
Hold
Zoe.
on, Mike. Hold on a second, Mike. Hold on a second. Because some bullshit just went through. And I can't stop. We got to stop for a second for the bullshit to be acknowledged. It's okay for the nigga to slip you a Plan B roofie.
Hell yeah. He wasn't supposed to be coming all inside of my pelvis.
Wrong.
Hey,
If
Zoe.
you let him in with an uncovered dick,
Well,
Done.
sometimes accidents happen. Condoms break. Are we forgetting about that?
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
bet
I guess
you
y'all
it
niggas ain't never had
does.
no gorilla sex. Condoms break.
Oh,
gorilla
Whoa,
sex.
go deeper.
Is she fucking
What is
animal?
it?
Okay, listen. If you want a baby by a gorilla, I can't help you. What kind of silverback fucking? Anyway, Mike, can you finish? Jesus.
please.
I'm sorry. I was going. So tell me if you agree with me on this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Oh yeah. Tell me if you agree with me on this. I ain't gonna lie. When you accidentally get a respectable woman pregnant, you kind of feel a little bit more relieved. But if she's a ratchet bitch, you rather
God.
abort
Yes.
her and keep the baby.
Ooh,
I mean, like, I'm serious about that. Do some men think like that?
that sounds.
You do, honey.
Damn. How do you abort the woman? That's interesting.
That's a
No, but that's a conundrum.
Court order.
And let me just say, I felt this way before, like, fuck. I know this motherfucker is a wild lemur from Madagascar, and I came in. Jesus, what am I?
And you fucked her.
There is a sense of anxiety. He speaks to the truth. 844-55-1. Get to your phone lines right now and let us know what you
I'll
think.
take it easy, y'all.
We appreciate the call, Mike. Damn.
No, he really the $54. There's a lot of $54. People trip on $54, but realistically, how much does it cost to raise a damn baby nowadays?
Don't want that cost.
Shit, millions.
Dudes are like
Dollars. $2 million.
$2 million. I knew Veronica would come back.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, at Ty Smalls on Instagram or Twitter says, baby mamas are like, we just want to be successful. God damn. These motherfuckers is clowning.
Yo, yeah.
Look at what's that Atlanta housewife name that's married to Todd? He came up.
Who's Todd?
Candy and Todd.
Ooh, did he trap her?
Exactly, because she couldn't do anything.
Did she have a baby by him though?
No, but they're trying.
Again, I want you guys to call us right now, 844-55-1. At, what is this brother's name? At Spike_remix says, Zoe, can I please see your ex with the yogurt box goodness for scientific research?
Danable goodness.
Yo, hilarious.
No, she was a beautiful girl, man. Like, you know, it was all right. Ooh, I had to get off of it, though. Like, God damn.
What?
Once I saw her in the street fighting. Listen.
I've literally had men come approach me and say they don't even know me, but the weirdest one I've had recently was, you have the most perfect nose. We should have babies. Because I have a perfect nose, apparently.
It's cute.
I'm not having no kid because I got a nose. Like, what the fuck?
Sure
I don't even know your name, bro. What are you doing?
But do you find people who, I mean, there's this phenomena going on right now where interracial dating is real big because they want these quote unquote really beautiful
baby hairs,
biracial children, right? I mean, it's a big deal. Like, I want a biracial kid, and people have been talking about it. And is that a reason to have a kid? Like, now we have to start asking the real question. What is the real reason you want a child for, right? Why would you want to have a child? Most people don't even know anything about family building or legacy building, right? You can't say, let me just do this. A lot of motherfuckers get fooled by the Whitney Houstons of the world. Now let's go deeper into this.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, the way Clive Davis, you know, presented her with the PR as America's sweetheart. That motherfucker was hood.
Oh, yeah, Whitney's
So
crazy.
there's a lot of bougetterifics out
word.
there,
I like it.
right? That think because, you know, my mama got a degree and my dad got a business or got a degree that I'm somehow elite in some way, but still hood. Right?
I don't think
and
there's
they present themselves in a certain... No, there's a lot wrong with that.
Being classy and ratchet.
You can't coast off of somebody else's...
First off, you want to have a baby with that?
Oh, well, yeah, maybe not that. I'm just saying, I don't think there's anything wrong with being classy and ratchet at the same time.
I agree.
Even mix.
Where's the button? Where's
Don't
the button?
turn my mic off.
Because I'm going to need a button
Wow.
over here. So I could just... like when some dumb shit fall out people's... I just want to be able to censor that shit quick because, you know, once it's out on radio, it's out there.
Well, I would.
I heard that dumb shit.
You brought up the Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown kind of situation. Well, I look at Chris Brown as being the 2015 Bobby Brown, and he just had a baby. Ashanti, would you, if Chris Brown was like, girl, I want to drop 5 kids off in there and hopefully we get one, would you let him?
I quit my job.
Damn.
Do you see?
Well,
so you wouldn't get Beyonce pregnant, Zoe?
Ooh, Zoe.
No.
Why?
So would you have sex with Beyonce without a condom?
I would fuck Beyonce. Let's not, come on now.
But you wouldn't
I would not bust in Beyonce.
You're a righteous man.
No.
Or a liar.
Let's just be honest. Beyonce, beautiful girl, rich, married to Jay-Z. And remember, you know, the sex ed, right? The person you fuck raw, you fucked all the people they fucked.
Ooh,
so can we come? So now let's think about
that book.
How many dicks? And this ain't about, you know, you dick killed her. This is about, bitch, I don't know where you been.
Cool. She's been with Jay-Z since she was like 18, 19.
That don't mean she ain't had 3,600 dicks before him.
And 16.
16
is when Jay-Z found her in his sights and was like,
I wish I
could have been Beyonce.
Let's do it this way.
No, Jay-Z
I'm
trapped
gonna tell you who
Beyonce
could baby
for real.
trap me if it's about money.
Who?
I'll nut in Oprah.
You're nut in Oprah, but not in Beyonce.
No.
Yeah, that Oprah money's way nicer.
First off, Oprah ain't cute.
No, she's not.
So the probably dick count kind of low.
She got that whole color purple
Stedman.
thing going on.
Then again,
You do look like Stedman.
The dick count could be high
Ooh,
because she
you
ugly.
look like Stedman, kind of.
You know what? You guys
You have
can.
a chance. Don't have a chance. Please fuck Oprah for all of us. I'm trying to get rich.
I'm not going to help.
Dash radio on.
I'm not going to help any of you with my Oprah side begging.
Harpo. Shit.
My man, Raven Negus Smith on Twitter. My mother used me as a trapped baby, and she left my father to take care of me. Wow. That's
deep.
Thank you for sharing.
That's hurtful.
Yeah.
I want to know how can he call in 1-844-55-1? Call in. I want to ask him, how does he know that? Did your mom straight up tell you? Did your dad, is that what your dad said? Because he's still a little bitter?
Yeah, I would like to hear that too.
Why is that the default argument for most women? Oh, you're bitter.
I'm asking.
No, there are a lot of bum-ass women out there that do foul shit. And we have to acknowledge that. Women have to...
Foulness comes from bitterness. Bitter women do foul shit. Happy women don't really do too much foul play.
That. I like that. Say more. Accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
That's true.
Veronica, can you come in and add to that?
Well, I mean, I agree with that. I think that if a woman has been clarified and has had a chance to sort of burn off a lot of the toxic stuff that's in her, that's been put to her by scenarios or men or parenting or lack of parenting or whatever happens, right? If she's at peace with herself and she doesn't try to do faulty stuff because she values herself too much to try to put herself in harm's way. Because think about it. When you start playing these shenanigans and trying to make major life decisions and bring babies into it based on lies, I mean, just no good can come of it. Like, it's the destiny of that. No good can come of it because you end up birthing a baby into a scenario with resentment and hostility and anger. And it's like, why would you want to create that that doesn't go away unless you do take really radical action to shift it.
Wow.
Once you've done something like that.
Wow.
So
wow.
I don't know. I just think if you're saying you're not going to create that kind of situation for yourself.
I agree. Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, that's true. At Mundo222, again, Twitter is just, my Twitter account is going crazy. I don't know what you guys is doing, but mine is going crazy. The woman that traps a man ends up resenting the child. Oh, yeah. When the man leaves, she's stuck with a baby that looks just like him in a lot of cases.
Well, we touched on it, right? We touched on it a few shows back. That's how kids get emotionally all screwed up because they get that mom who's screaming at them, "You look like your daddy. That no good." You feel me?
Wow.
I mean, this is a whack situation.
Trapping is not good unless you're making money.
Unless you're a trapster.
Would you guys say that Kimora Lee is a trapper?
I like Kimora.
I'm just wondering, like, every time she gets with somebody, first off, let's just start with Russell, because he fucked models. She was a model. Most models are skinny and hungry because they trying to make that bread on the walk,
She got
trying to get out
fat.
there. She got baby fat out of that situation with 2 kids.
2 babies.
And doesn't she do like a card?
Yeah, she gonna always be paid.
Man.
She gonna always be paid. She got the game from Russell. Mm-hmm. Then she leaves Russell.
Ooh,
gets with
fine ass African.
Gets with Diamond Hansu. Jaimin Hansu gets with him. Man. Right? Has a baby with him. Divorces him. Gets with this other white dude, some billionaire guy, and now she's pregnant again.
No. See, I didn't even know. I
ain't kept up on her.
I dropped her when Russell dropped her.
Can you imagine what her child support checks is looking like coming from all of those sources?
Well, damn, man. That's like...
Because can you really say this is about love now?
Nah, she's up in the ladder.
Men, I mean, come
she's
on now.
She's up in the ladder,
she's
bro.
She's not chasing these men. She's a gorgeous, beautiful woman.
They do know what they're getting into.
They know what's up.
She does have a point.
Let's be real. Like, how about we make men accountable as well?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I hate all of you. Come off the mics. Veronica Conway.
You're talking about that level of wealth. When you're talking about that level of wealth, I know people that are worth almost $1 billion, and they like having babies. In other words, at a certain point when you have a baby and you're not hindered by survival issues and you can afford children, a lot of people that have money like to have babies.
Right.
Because they want to perpetuate the bloodline. They want heirs, right? And they don't, the rules get real different at certain levels of money.
Right. Because when you broke, a child is a debt. A child is a debt. And it's a burden when you broke. But when you got bread, fuck it. I'm having a tribe of motherfuckers.
That's right.
You could afford them.
And then I'm gonna play the odds. One of them gonna be retarded. Another one gonna be slow just cause. One gonna be lazy.
Yeah, well.
Then I'm gonna have a superstar that might take over the enterprise.
Ooh, it's like that show.
You can get the Jackson 5.
I'm gonna train. One of them gonna be Michael.
That's
I'm gonna get a few Tito's, a few Jermaines.
Yeah.
You know,
Janet.
I'm gonna get some side niggas. But then there's gonna be one that he fuck around and be Kobe.
See?
I think that's
build that empire. That's what that is, really.
Yeah.
But
build your wealth in your kids.
Is that so? It's an occupation. So trapping is a new occupation. Is that what we're talking about? That's what it is.
By our conversation, I'm trying to.
This is a business look.
Well, she just
get my
said
trap game on.
She just said if Chris Brown.
True.
Chris Brown would not be my ideal person, but Whit said Chris Brown, so it was like, all right, cool.
But you conceded to doing it, so thank you on that.
You fucked Oprah.
I did not fuck Oprah. I said if it was about money,
You're fucking Oprah.
I would fuck Oprah.
Hey.
And if she was a little younger, you know?
I mean, I don't even like girls like that, but I would try to fuck Oprah.
I might lick a left booty cheek one time.
Oh, 2015.
I really feel the lesbian vibe in here strong, and it's okay.
I'm just saying.
I see it. And she's
heart.
delicious too. I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, she is. I'm over here trying to ask her where all lesy spots is and everything.
My hairstylist and makeup artist is in here, and she is a lesbian, and apparently everybody wants to fuck her too.
Hey.
So when you're in a situation where there's a lot of babies from a lot of different dads, like the Kimora Lee situation, like how do you raise that blended tribe? You understand what I'm saying? Like, do the dads be like, I just want to fuck with my kid. I can't fuck with all of them.
I feel like when they have that much money, they pay other people to raise their kids anyway.
No, that's true too, but the identity of it, like, that's my brother and that's my sister from other niggas. Like, how do you...
I mean, I would probably only fuck with my kid, not purposely, but let me just tell you why I think I would do that. Because I have a cousin, right? He has 2 sons. He just got with a girl that has like 3 kids. But when I go over there, I pick up my cousin's 2 boys.
Dang.
You know, I'm not taking all 6 of them kids. That was his decision to get with a girl with 3 kids. I'm just saying. I
feel it.
Mr. BS on Twitter says, fuck nah. If the dude can provide evidence of her planning to trap him, she should pay child support for 18 years.
To him?
To him.
Oh, so that's saying...
Because isn't it fraud?
It kind of is.
It is.
That is... I agree. I definitely agree. Like,
you agree until that fucking court case comes.
Yeah, and then I'm be like, look,
forgive me, I'm a woman.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna have a kid if I can't afford the child by myself because I don't have faith in other human beings as being respectable, good people. That's just me personally.
Okay, Veronica, I'm gonna need you to come in and do surgery on Whitney real quick. Can you open up her mind for a second and talk about that particular thought process she just shared?
I actually think I think she's taking a responsible position. I mean, I ended up in a, I think that because I think we all have to be really honest about the fact that it takes $2 million in money and effort to raise a child. That is just a fact. And if we're not clear about that before we stick it in, then, God help us. It's $2 million. So I think that if a woman, I'm kind of in agreement with her about it. If a woman is going to think about having a baby, she's got to be prepared to deal with the potential that she has to pay for everything herself.
But how many?
I think that every man and woman should think that way. If I put it in, am I prepared for $2 million?
And I think that is a great way to look at it. But I also think Whitney is in the minority. How many women out there, let's just be honest, let's do a survey here. We have Whitney's friend. We're going to put her on the mic right now. Whitney's friend. What's your name, sister?
Anita Rose.
Anita Rose. Little
She has purple
Blasian.
hair.
Oh, she has purple hair. She's a Blasian.
Fire Blasian.
Jeez. She's very delicious. Sweet and sour chicken over there. Sweet and sour barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
Let's
that's it.
acknowledge the black portion of her.
Oh my gosh, I'm so done.
But seriously, let's ask this question. How many women take the position that Whitney and Veronica just spoke of?
To be perfectly honest, I am a hairstylist. I'm not going to put any of my clients on blast, but the majority of them would prefer not to go Whitney's route, and they go for the child support. And that's straight up.
This is the bread route.
Money.
This is their job, right?
Yeah,
I have some serious trappers out there, and they know what they're doing.
it's not a game.
See, so all this, this is the shit that bothers me about this show.
Here we go.
Women always take the high road. Oh no, I would never consider such a thing. This is beneath me. But the majority of women are doing exactly what you just said. Am I lying, Anita?
Unless they're part of the LGBT community.
Wait a minute, say more. What type of child trapping is going on in that little movement? Is it even possible?
For me and my wife, personally, we want to have a child in about a year or so, but we're definitely not in the game of trapping. We just want your love.
Well, you can't
tell that
trap.
story.
It's
No.
impossible.
There's a way better lesbian story you got to tell about a friend. We don't have to say no
Does it
names.
involve lesbian
It's
sex?
a trap. No, it's a trap. Remember when she was gone and then all of a sudden the bitch is pregnant? How
Oh
does
my
that happen?
gosh.
Boom.
But that's,
Thank you.
Okay, so my wife had this crazy stalker ex-girlfriend who was apparently cheating on her while she was at war and turned up pregnant and told her that she got pregnant for them.
That's lesbian trap in 2015.
Wow.
Lesbian trapping 2015.
Damn.
Wow.
Like you get home from war and you're a lesbian and now you got a baby?
But that means she's not.
That's
lesbian,
interesting.
right?
No, this is interesting. Let's drill down. No pun intended. I'm just saying, can lesbians go out and hunt and play the role to get heterosexual men to get them pregnant to take back
Absolutely.
to their wife?
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
That can happen.
I feel like that probably
But it
happens
has to be
more.
thoroughly discussed.
Crazy.
Everything has to be.
I feel like that happens probably more.
A lot of you might want to reproduce, and maybe a best friend of yours knows that they want to help you. And
Well, that's a more understanding.
That's like bringing someone
That's
home.
like, oh, hey,
different.
best friend, can you get us pregnant because me and my wife having a baby?
like a surrogate
That's
thing.
kind of cool. There's a TV show, Ellen just has that same situation.
Yeah.
But Zoe is saying, hey, lesbian girlfriend, let's go to the bar and
Let's
hunt
go.
down a Chris
But-
Brown green eye man and
That's what I'm
take
saying.
one for the team.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
What are you saying?
the lesbian dynamic. I don't know if there's a male dynamic, like the stud or whatever.
Okay.
You know. That dynamic says, I got to go out and get the bacon. I got to go get the bacon. You're the female of the lesbian. Get down. Like, this is crazy, right? I'm going to go dress up. Because anybody seen the Brat?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the Brat dressed like a girl?
Yes.
That motherfucker
killing it.
bad. She's bad as shit,
So
right?
bad, yes.
So fuck it. I'm going to go out and play, I'm going to play the girl. I'm going to All-Star break.
Okay.
I'm going to get,
Live season.
I don't know.
but what I'm saying is I'm going to get a dude, a baller, a basketball player. He going to bust off because he's irresponsible, right?
Okay.
And now we set with our kid that he got to pay for.
No, I'm gonna say in the
There's some
lesbian
shit going on. Tell me.
If Chris Brown wants to donate to me and my wife and our family, he can do it all day, every day, and not have to worry about a thing from me, because I just want to make sure your kid is going to grow up fine, healthy, happy. And if you want to be Uncle Daddy Chris Brown,
Hey, Uncle Daddy, what up?
all
Wait a
day.
minute. Hold on.
I'm going to
See,
arrange this. I'm going to call his people right now. Chris?
Get it
Yo,
together
child
with.
support, people don't even need to know that
I'll make
you
it happen.
donated to me. I just want to have a attractive, healthy, young,
dancing ass baby,
singing ass baby.
I like that. Let's go deeper. Like, how does Uncle Daddy get involved? Like, how come he just can't be daddy?
If he wants to be the father, for me, I am totally okay with my child
Because that's evil
knowing.
to tell the biological daddy, nigga, when you come around here, you're Uncle Chris.
But they have those options at the bank to either know the father or not to know. Yeah, but
The world is evil right now.
This world is crazy.
The world is evil. Right. We're going to bring in somebody that's going to take the goddamn conversation even further. Even further. Hecka Activated is on the line right now. We're going to bring in Hecka once he... Are you there, Hecka?
She's here.
Yes, I'm here. How are you guys?
Hecka, are you listening to the craziness that's getting laid out down here?
Yes, I have been listening to the craziness, and I'm sitting here, and I've been sitting here listening for an hour and trying to find a fuck to give about a woman that does this nonsense, and I can't find one anywhere.
Wow.
I can't find one.
Wow.
I think she deserves everything that she gets. I just don't think it's right. And can you imagine how crazy your child would be if you had it by Chris Brown?
Yes, what I'm saying.
Don't be mad if he beating your ass inside the womb. Oops. 844-55-1.
Can you really imagine that? I mean, having a baby by Chris Brown just because his name is Chris Brown? That damn child is crazy as hell with the spirit of excellence.
Yeah.
With the spirit of excellence.
Because that child has to carry that. Yeah, because that child has to carry his DNA. And when that child is carrying his DNA, it's going to carry some of the same personality traits and some of the same issues that he has. So when we're walking around here trapping people, or even if we're not trapping people, we're making arrangements with people to have their children, we have to be careful of what we're bringing in because we're taking on the same problems.
Wow.
Let me that we're bringing forth.
Compatibility is key. Compatibility is key.
Let me ask this question, and I want you guys to remember it because we're going to take a break. But do you think a woman's ability to really choose a quality man with traits, character traits, because I always tell women, don't go after a man's characteristics, go after the character. And a lot of times women get the two mixed up. They fuck with a nigga's talent or they fuck with his looks, but they don't really drill down and go to where his character is, who he is essentially as a man. Do you think a woman's ability to see that in a man has been dulled because of her pursuit of security, financial security in the new millennium? Listen, we're going to take a quick break. When I come back, we're going to deal with the answers. I'll be back in 2.2, the voice of reason. Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned. Dash Radio, Hot Button Radio. You know what it is. The number to dial is 844-55-1. We're talking about the baby trap. And I asked a question before we left. Do you ladies remember it?
No.
They're very disrespectful.
No. I'm sorry, man. I was tweeting and texting and Instagramming.
Jesus.
Attention span. What was it, short?
I will not. Veronica? Veronica.
Yeah.
Do you remember the question? If you say no, Veronica?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you.
One of us got it.
What was the question? I asked you guys to remember it. Jesus. Okay. And, there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, there was I was twerking. Give us a refresher. And dancing,
never mind. It's okay now. You guys have failed me miserably. What about this, though? The baby trap for a kid that isn't yours. Now, that kind of paternity fraud
I know someone that
is real as hell. You raised this boy, you raised that little girl. She thinks you're her daddy. You've been through hell and high water with this woman, and you come to find out it's all a lie. And then the child support people say, well, she know you as her daddy, so fuck you. You on the hook. 844-55-1. It's a lot of bullshit-ass baby trapping going on, and I'm just saying, men fucking with women in general. I love y'all. I would eat all of you out right now if you allowed me to. Whoa. I'm just telling you the truth. See. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm ravenous about it. But you guys can put a man in a position to where his whole shit is fucked up. How does a man recover when, you've learned, you love this baby right out the womb?
I have a friend that
and it was all a facade.
He stayed around. I mean, he broke up with the girl, but the baby by this point was like 3. And he decided to still stay in the baby's life, which I thought was admirable.
Oh, he's a good man.
I mean, it was very emotional for him, obviously, though. I mean, imagine that. He thought he had his first
What
son.
should be the punishment for the woman? Society.
Losing a good man, I think, is punishment enough.
Really? Really? Get the...
you gonna throw her in jail?
No, I need money back, player. I'm sorry. Where are the receipts? You owe me 3 years worth of money and
you owe
Pampers
me $2 million.
and this. Yeah, basically.
I feel like I've heard about something like that.
Let's get Hecka.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Hecka, come in here and spit the real, because this is a motherfucking cartoon right now.
I got a good track.
Hecka, come on in here.
Hecka?
Well, I wanted to answer your question that you asked before we went to the break, and I think it was something like, do you think that people's senses has been dulled, or women's senses been dulled?
Thank you.
As it pertains to choosing a man and the character that man has when having children. And I do honestly believe that it has, but the reality is that all you have to do is take a look at his father and his mother and their father and their mothers and so on and so forth to see the type of character that man has before you actually allow him into you to plant his seed so that you guys can have a child. Because you better believe whatever seed he plants, for instance, if he has a family legacy of going to prison, you better believe your child is going to have those challenges when that child enter in, for the most part. There are some where the generations skip, but for the most part, the child has those same exact energies.
So you saying Suge's kids, are you saying Suge Knight's kids are predisposed to extort niggas out of their music publishing and starting a label?
And run people over?
Is that what
they may not do it. They may not do it in the same exact way, distorting people out of their music label, whatever. It may not even be a music label, but they have those same tendencies. Now, they can get with the mother who's able to work with them in an effort that those things don't come out in the way that his came out. But for the most part, she's going to have to work hard as hell with those children. Because they're carrying that seed.
Damn, this is some bullshit.
See, now I'm never going to have kids talking to the heck out of
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Don't let me stop you from having children.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's funny that Hecka, you should say that, because that is exactly how I got decoyed into my situation, is because my ex-husband's family, his extended family, was so like honorable and straight shooting, and the
they
dad
be the craziest
was
motherfuckers.
Was a pater familia. And so I actually misconstrued that to mean that the husband was going to be, stomped down, and nothing could be further from the truth. So it can skip generations, that thing, and it can fool you. It fooled me. It literally fooled me.
That crazy gene, it's hidden in there deep.
Let's go deeper. Let's go into deep territory here. Are a lot of babies being born from a shallow perspective? Women having babies because the nigga cute? His motherfucking, he might not have no character, might not have nothing really substantial in his being, but because he got green eyes or he got a ponytail, as Corey Holcomb would say, or whatever, right? Some superficial shit about him.
Yeah.
Women are having children under that selection process.
I feel like that's the number one reason why girls in 2015 have babies. He is fine, girl.
I'm glad I made my son listen.
He's tall.
I'm glad I made my son listen tonight so he can know, y'all on some bullshit.
They can't wait to put those babies on
he
Instagram.
needs to take notes. Take notes, young lion. Take notes. They're after you.
I would rather have a child that looks like Wesley Snipes than to have a child. No, seriously.
Hecka, are you saying Wesley Snipes is unattractive?
Yes.
Because a lot of women love Wesley Snipes.
He is dark as this
A
man.
lot of women love Wesley Snipes. I'm not saying that he's unattractive, but when you compare him to the man with green eyes,
Hold on one second.
guy that women think look great, and they're going to have a baby with.
Hold on one motherfucking second now. Hold on, goddammit. Hold on.
I mean, he's attractive to me, but I would rather. I would rather.
Shit.
Oh, I forgot you was a light skinned dude.
Pekka, hold on.
It's on a rampage.
Hold on, because I'm gonna have to call her by her stage name right now because she done lost her motherfucking mind. Ashley.
What happened?
She just shitted on Wesley Snipes because he's dark.
No, I didn't say because he was dark. I said that fool is dark as this mic, but that's not a bad thing for everybody.
Damn.
Some people like crispy.
Yeah,
I just said that I like the Blood Diamonds guy. He's dark and sexy and chocolate, but Wesley Snipes is not. He's like a burnt frog.
Ooh, I hope he's listening. Wesley.
I can't sit here and tolerate.
Yo, I'm going crazy.
Turn off all of these mics.
I don't like his top.
I can't sit here and tolerate the blatant colorism, the willful colorism in this motherfucker. Your homework tonight is to get Bill Duke's movie, Dark Girls.
So all of a sudden I don't like dark people?
God damn it. Not until I tell you. You can't make fun of dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned people are the mother of humanity. Okay, her mic is off for 35 seconds. D from Maryland, can you save us from the tragedy that just happened in here? Speak on it.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, man,
Hey, what's up, Zoe?
What's happening, man? Jesus, I'm just trying to manage
What's up,
this
lady?
bullshit. That's all.
Yeah, I just think my opinion about that will save men, and this would honestly be a good advice for young men listening. Like, everybody makes mistakes. I just think it's all about cutting your losses, man. If you having a baby with a woman that you don't like, don't make family building your first choice. Like, don't dig a hole deeper and have 5 kids with her, and then you making it worse on yourself. Just cut your losses.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes complete sense.
Absolutely.
Why would you have a baby with somebody when you guys can't decide if you want to go to McDonald's or Burger King?
Why would you have a baby with somebody that you're not married to?
Because marriage don't mean shit, though. Marriage really doesn't mean shit.
Not only colorism, but also social programming.
I'm just saying, marriage does not have to be a social construct.
Speak on it, man.
Another thing we leave out is a lot of women trap guys because they want to break the cycle on how they look. So if they see a good-looking guy and she's not attracted, she wants to have a seed by that guy because he's light-skinned and got good hair.
I hope that's
like
not
a
true.
baby with him can circumvent my ugliness. How is that even possible?
I feel that's how it works. Ugly person and one cute person make a good-looking kid. That's what I'm just... Oh, he hung up on that.
This shit is out of control.
No, it's for real.
Who do we lose?
Even if the baby is ugly, if they have good hair, you know, they could work with it.
And now you're going to say good hair? She's out of control. She mentioned marriage.
Not on the women's side tonight.
Jesus.
Ashanti's on a roll. Look,
See,
I'm
but
like,
good hair can be a number of things. I mean, good hair is perception.
Ashanti is speaking
I have
of the
naps, and I like my hair.
Nappy hair is good hair. Nappy hair is good hair.
It sure is.
Nappy hair is good
Where
hair.
do we get the good
Listen.
hair thing from?
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now.
Baby
Y'all
hairs.
can say nappy hair is good hair all day in America. But them bald head Indians is like, no, this shit is good hair. That's why you.
Well, good
that's
hair.
why you
Maybe we should
motherfuckers
come
is
up with
over
a
here getting
different
it.
phrase. Softer hair.
quality hair.
Baby hair that yields baby forehead hair.
I feel like all babies have good hair.
Baby forehead hair. Turn off all the mics. Every time I hear some dumb shit, we got the baby forehead hair is good hair.
Oh, no.
What the fuck? This is son. I hope you paying attention, because this is the shit you gonna have to discern. You gonna have to navigate through these waters, because you have. My son got nice nappy. It's curly right hair, but a motherfucker fuck around and be like, "That's some good hair," and next thing you know, keep it in. Just keep it in. Come in me. I took my pill. No. I've had enough of them for a while. Samir from New Jersey, you're on the line. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's happening, man?
So I guess the women gonna abort my baby because I'm like you. I'm on a fitting hat side of the game. I ain't seen my hairline since 19. But anyway, Hector, you're 100% right about that generational thing, and hopefully I'll break it because my grandfather, he crazy as hell. My father, he's still battling his demons. I ain't got no children yet, so I hope I break it. And also, I went through a situation with child support where a woman just needed to put somebody's name down because she was trying to get public assistance. So she wasn't really sure who the father was. I was one of those that had sex with her, so she used me. And the court system just basically sent me a letter saying, listen, bring your pay stub. We need that money. So I had to prove that I wasn't a child. So
I'll be the pappy. They just get you caught up, man. They get you caught up.
Yeah, they get you caught up. And so y'all didn't answer my question yesterday about, like the dating thing, man. Women are like very angry out here. Maybe that's for a different show. So if y'all touch that again, I'm gonna call back. But
hey, man, I appreciate it.
I need that reading. I'm gonna get that reading from Hector before the summer shine.
Yep.
Word up.
Y'all enjoy yourself.
Word up. Appreciate the call, brother. The number to dial is 844-55-1. You're listening to The Voice of Reason. I'm Zoe Williams. This is Dash Radio. It's an app. Can you imagine? It is an app. You can download it on your phone.
For free.
It's for free, right? Free. And it has all of these wonderful stations. We're on the best station, by the way, Hot Button Radio. We're here right now. The greatest relationship help desk you can ever encounter is here because I'm the voice of reason of all relationships. Kimmit_warrior at GBrown86 says, my mom had me and my bro to trap my dad, then ran off with some dude. My dad had to raise us alone, got evicted, and living on the street.
Jeez.
Well, I would say you might have lived on the street anyway.
What a dad.
If moms was still there, if she wasn't working. So, but at the same time, it's kind of fucked up that the nurturer component of your family group was like, I'm out. You handle it. That shit is the pursuit of happiness with 2 kids. That's tough, man. It's a real world out here. EBK from Twitter is on the line. I don't know if Twitter is a state or city, but okay. EBK, talk to me, man.
This is BK, man. What's up, though?
All right, what's happening, bro?
Yep. I was trying to find your link on Twitter.
Oh, our
I was trying to
hashtag.
find a link. Y'all don't have a link on there? To listen to the radio show?
No.
Wow, there is no link. You got to download the app.
Dash Radio. And then click Hot Button Radio.
Yeah, you download the app, Dash Radio. Like you go to your iTunes or Google Play or whatever that is. You download the Dash Radio app. Then you go to genres and you go to talk shows. And you'll see 2 talk shows, stations. One of them is Hot Button. Click Hot Button and we're on live right now.
Right now.
All right, thanks a lot, man. I'm new to all this stuff.
No,
it's all good, man. It's all good. Thank you for reaching out, man. I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
The big black beard. Men don't know how to fight these hoes in court.
Oh, my gosh.
We're too soft-hearted with these wildebeests. And it's true. When it comes to, listen, for most men, there's some dickheads out there. There's some deadbeat dads, no question. No question. And for those motherfuckers, they deserve what they get, right? But there's some men out there who really get fucked up inwardly because of the situation with their kids, right? And how their relationship is with their mother. And, you can't see them. Parental alienation syndrome.
Yo.
And that happens 80% to 20%. In other words, the custodial parent typically is mom. And that happens 80% of the time. Mom gets awarded the kids 80% of the time. And when you look at parental alienation syndrome, it's the reverse. Women keeping kids away from their dad.
No,
this is a real...
This is so real. I was driving... I'm out here in LA. I was driving through, a little area that looked a little sketch, whatever. and I see these flyers all over the polls, and it says, if you need help seeing your child, call me 1-844 blah blah blah, not 55 dash. Look, I almost gave the phone number. But really, it was a real service that you could call, that men could call to help get custody or just to see their kids. Like, there were literally flyers all over this hood. Just like, just my mind went like blown. Like, what? Who doesn't? I can't even talk. Though. That's how crazy it was.
The crazy thing is that dude was on my show before. Right.
That has the program?
That had the thing. He was on my show before. The reality of it is, we touched on it a little bit earlier. We talked about legacy building. Right?
Dame Dash.
And I believe, and I always say this, women are the creative force in any relationship. A man may have a wonderful idea. I had a wise sister once tell me, she was like, you're going to blow up when the right woman starts to believe in you. Right? And when women, you don't ever want to get on the bad side of women, even when their consciousness is low. Because when they start believing in bullshit, they have a tendency to manifest it, right? This is why I always say to women, especially sisters in particular, I always ask them, 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, I always ask them, what is your estimation of brothers? And when you talk to 9 out of 10 women, sisters in particular, 9 out of 10 of them have a negative assessment of brothers. And I'm saying, whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. That's why I always ask them, do you believe in the law of attraction? And go, yeah, we believe in the law of attraction. Well, if you have a consistently negative view of men, in particular brothers, are you not attracting the experience that you don't want from brothers? Because they're quick to go, Oprah, and I bought the book, and Iyanla, and Fix My Life, and accountability. Well, let's just inventory the dominant thought you have about brothers. And if the dominant recurring thought in your mind is brothers ain't shit, or the scarcity thought, where the good brothers at? Right? Are you not manifesting a reality you don't want to experience, Veronica?
Absolutely. I mean, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, the receptive woman has there's no shortage of alpha males for her. There just isn't. Because if a woman can see her man, see his potential, lovingly call him forth into his potential, lovingly, be a thought partner in his potential, men crave that. And I think that they're missing that in this day and age. I mean, there's just a woman that is demonstrating that in a loving way. There's just, men will just hunt her to the ends of the earth. There is no shortage of good men out here.
Right.
But how you speak to them and how you cultivate them as men is mission critical.
Wow.
It really is.
Hecka?
Men are thirsty for it. They're hungry for it.
I just think, I agree that men are thirsty for it, but I also think that there are some immature women and there are some immature men. And the immature women attract the immature men. When you reach a certain level of maturity within yourself, then you'll attract a mature man, whether it be a mature man to be a friend or a mature man to be an intimate partner. That's what you'll attract. So those women that are attracting that type of energy, they're attracting that type of energy because that's what they are. And men the same.
But I've had arguments about this. I didn't attract a cheater. First off, if you cheat yourself in any way, you will manifest a cheater. And I always use you might not manifest cheating in the way you cheat, but you will, because this is a holographic universe. And I always use the light spectrum, right? So there's a spectrum of light we can see, but then there's also a spectrum of light we cannot see. And for me, I believe the spectrum of light that we can't see are the unresolved issues, the hurts, the traumas. And that spectrum of what I like to call dark light works just like a lighthouse. It's still attracting opportunities, experiences to resolve itself. So again, how many women out there are having a baby because they didn't have the relationship with the dad that they wanted? Or how many people are having a baby because they're reliving a generational curse that was passed down to them from their mother, right? How many women are trying to use the baby to fill a hole? And not just women, but men too. There are men out there that say, you know what, I didn't have a dad, so I want to be a dad so I can be the dad that I didn't have. Like, you understand? There's so much compensating going on. And when you do that, when you're family building, you're actually laying the groundwork for future generations to live out some of the bullshit that you have yet to reconcile. I mean, it's a tough way to look at it, but that's what it is. Ladies, how do you feel about that?
I definitely agree with what Zoe is saying. I think a lot of the women nowadays, you act like a thought and you're going to get some shitty thoughts.
But a lot of people are not honest with themselves as well. Like, I think anytime that you have a baby, I think for me personally, I'm not going to have a kid until I feel like I have all the possessions in life necessary to create a happy person, human being. But a lot of people, like Zoe said, they just want to have a baby because, I didn't have a dad or I didn't have anybody to help me grow up. But at what point are you mature enough to make these decisions to even have children?
Wow, listen to this. Mr. BS. Mr. BS on Twitter. Women need to be honest with their children. Yes. You're only here because I want your daddy's resources, a.k.a. the resource baby.
Yeah, that's what it is.
How do you determine that if the woman is only there for that? Like,
because
what is the deciding factor?
If there's nothing about him,
Hugh Hefner,
that she fuck with, like let's go into this. Let's go. Hecka, Veronica, Anita, Ashanti, Whitney. Let's go into this.
Okay.
A dude with resources to change your life, but you have nothing in common with him. No intimacy, no mental stimulation, no nothing to uplift you internally, but you know for sure everything is taken care of. Tell me the truth. Are there women out there looking for that scenario?
Of course.
I feel like 89% of the women are.
I'm not even going to hate on the female that is doing it.
Of course you're not. You're a woman.
I think
fucking team you got going.
I think you should really look. This is the opportunity that you're going to figure out what type of person you are. Are you valued? Like, are you about spiritual values or are you about physical values? What's more important?
I think, and honestly, it's situational. Like you're saying, everybody has an agenda. Everybody wants something from everybody. So at the end of the day, what do you really want? Are you trying to just get paid and deal what you got to do to live that comfortable life like the basketball wives? That's my main goal. I think is what women do is.
I agree 100%. But at what point is it not okay to want to marry well? Is that not an okay thing?
But let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. We got some smart people on the line. Let's go. Veronica, hold on. I'm going to come to you. Let me set it up, hon. Let me set it up. We've got to establish a baseline for what it means to marry well. Mm-hmm. You have to remember, materiality is only an aspect of marrying well. So now we have to go into a multifaceted definition of what it means to marry well. What is a life without meaning? Mm-hmm. And there's more to meaning than just accumulating wealth. Let's go into that. Yeah?
Well, and I think as far as bringing the baby aspect back into it, isn't that what everybody on the planet is trying to attain? Isn't that it? No?
Veronica?
I don't have kids yet.
I know you don't have kids,
and
but
I'll speak to it out of direct experience because when I was 18 years old, I traveled the world with a man whose worth probably $1 billion today. His family, very, very wealthy banking family out of Europe. And I saw the whole world, and I met everybody and saw everything. And he wanted to get married, and what I came to in myself, and it was, my mother thought I was crazy because he wanted to get married. And she's like, you'll be fed up for life. And what I came to in myself is, if I make that decision, in other words, when we make decisions that are fear-based around money, then what it becomes a broadcast in our nervous system. In other words, it would prevent me from going out. And when we sell out ourselves that way, it's because we become fearful that we can't survive ourselves. And it infects and affects everything that we do. So we end up really crushing our own souls by making those kinds of decisions. And I made the right choice, and he and I are friends to this day. But people thought I was crazy. But I never would be able to go out and accomplish the things that I do today and have the impact that I want to have in the world if I had made that fearful choice, because the fear would have taken over my life.
Anita?
I guess my issue with the wording of that is, why is it that when you get married, we're automatically looking at who's going to take care of who? I think that it should be a joint situation. So if my wife or husband cannot take care of me for some reason, let's just say me and Zoe are married and then something happens to Zoe. Now, how is Zoe going to take care of me with a busted up,
with a busted up penis?
Everything, yeah. But I have to take care of Zoe now as his wife and his life partner.
So let's go deeper.
Yeah.
Let's go deeper. Let's go farther into this. People have lost sight of the value of an ordeal. Did you hear that? People have lost sight of the inherent value within an ordeal. Every relationship you're in is an ordeal. What is that ordeal? It is the ordeal of figuring yourself out. That's what it's, when you have a relationship with your child, you are looking at yourself, and that is an ordeal. When you go, how the fuck you don't understand what I'm saying, and you come from me? Do you understand? Marriage is an ordeal. But what happens is, Veronica touched on it, and it's beautiful in the way that she we're so fear driven. How am I going to take care? Bruce Lee said it so poignantly. He said, do not, if you have a difficult life, don't wish for an easier life. Be thankful that you've been given the opportunity to evolve through the challenge. So let's get a little metaphysical. You look up the word Satan, right? I always tell Christians, Satan has a role to play, right? He has a role to play. He's like a spiritual personal trainer. That's why his ass is there. You look up its word, the meaning, it means adversary. Well, from adversary, you get adversity. Well, if you don't have a life with adversity, you haven't lived. So in a way, he's a spiritual personal trainer, putting obstacles in your way for the purpose of you rising above or falling asunder. And when you fall asunder, understand you made a choice. Henry Ford, the man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't, they're both right. So you have a choice to rise above challenge. But most people say, no, I want the easy way out. I ain't about shit, and I know it, but I'm going to spend my life masking that knowledge. So maybe I'll have a baby to take my attention off of my personal curriculum. Oof. Who wants to deal with that?
So are you saying that people have babies for identity?
People have babies.
Yeah. All these pageant moms.
Let's go even deeper.
Pageant moms, oh gosh.
People have babies to feel. Can you imagine not being able to feel?
So the guy earlier that was on Twitter saying that people have babies or people feel the need to be trapped.
To be wanted. People
wanted. That was kind of the same thing.
It's the same thing. People do want to be wanted. And this baby wants and needs me. So now I have something to live for. That's literally what I got so much insight from the Uber driver. The lady was like, I have a purpose now for my life because I didn't find it. I didn't find it by myself, but now I know it's because this child. Now I want to raise my daughter the way I think she should.
Again, Ty Smalls, Twitter, is going through a ceremonial... hold on. Let me read this tweet, and I'm coming right to you, Veronica. Is going through a ceremonial marriage worth it? Why not just say we are married after staying together for 6 months or so? He said, is it really worth it to go through all of the social... bureaucratic red tape?
Absolutely not.
Veronica?
Yeah, I just, if anybody is having a baby for egoic purposes, then that baby is doomed. Meaning, if we're having a baby because the act of raising a child, if you're really parenting for the child so that they can become, so that they can arrive, so that they can develop into the most powerful person that they can be, then that means setting aside any thought about, well, they have to be a reflection of me, and this is so I can fill a hole. And this, like, you have to get over yourself if you're going to be a sane parent raising sane children. And so anything that is smacks of egoic is insane. I mean, if we're doing it for ourselves, then we're crazy. Really.
Hey, most kids... you can see that the kid is for the parent. In other words, the parent is doing it for the kid. Like, you're not throwing a party for the child. You're throwing a party for you.
Absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, the purpose of relationship, I say this all the time, it is a highly reflective school where the reflections you get back, that's your personal curriculum. You should never be in the position of blame. Whatever you get is because it reflects what you are. I can't believe that you would do such a thing. Yeah, you can. If you searched yourself, you'd know why you got the situation you got currently. If you really looked at yourself and said, oh, but shit, that's who I am on a daily. This motherfucker. And you're going to keep living that curriculum until you first accept and then reconcile. You can't reconcile shit until you've accepted it.
Is that what we would now tell the single mother that trapped for the baby?
Yeah, how do you bounce back from that?
Yeah, what do you do after? What do you tell that mom?
I would even go deeper than what do you tell that mom. I think it starts with what do you tell that kid?
What do you tell the kid? Like, the mom is already screwed up from the jump. Like, for trapping somebody.
But we got to get the mom right before we can get the kid,
right? I feel like it's too late for the mom. She's
we can let the mom die.
She's fucked up. She been, exactly. How do we fix
Put the oxygen mask on the kid first in this case.
How do we teach that kid not to do the same thing? Because I hear a lot of people, oh, well, it's, so-and-so's mom did it, and then they're man, end the cycle.
Wow, this is big. Listen, let's start doing our final thoughts right now. I want to start with Hecka. I love Hecka. Hecka. No. I'm a save Hecka. You marinate over there for a second, Hecka. I want to go with our purple-haired Blasian. I swear to God, if your lesbian ass want a baby, I will give it to you under one condition. I cannot be Uncle Daddy. Okay?
We'll put you on the list.
Okay? And I'm going to have to get you both pregnant at the same... It has to be an experience for me. Jesus.
We'll have to have a meeting about
it's got to be cotton candy and glitter and all types of shit involved. Okay? Oils, just everything. Candles.
Well, luckily I like glitter, so...
See what I mean? Like, the edible glitter, I'll wear some edible draws. We've got to really go there, and I have to film it and sell it.
Look, I was like,
I'm sorry.
The visual in my head, he's like, we're filming it. Oh, well,
the visual in my head is
I'm sorry, I went far. I'm sorry. Okay, but your summation of today's show, talk to me.
I think at the end of the day, what we really have to focus on is not about ourselves. We have to, if you're going to have a baby, make sure that it's because you want to give this child a fantastic life, not because you are feeling some sort of way about it. And also, if you want to think that you're going to trap somebody, chances are it's just not going to happen. Like, never.
And they're always going to give you pushback, right?
Yeah, and if you...
Fuck is you doing?
It's going to come back to you in some sort of... Even if you get something like money or whatever, it's going to come back in a fucked up relationship with the baby's dad or your child resenting you for some reason or another. So just don't do it. That's my...
Absolutely.
Wow. Ashanti Ford.
And then just to piggyback off of that, I don't think, even if you are married, I don't think that you should have a kid until you are mentally, spiritually, and financially ready to raise a beautiful child. And then something that Hecka or Veronica said earlier that I loved, you attract what you are. I think that is so true and so beautiful.
Is it my turn yet?
Yeah, you definitely attract what you need.
I think, here's Miss Tabor's thought. I don't think people should have kids that much. I'm just going to be 1,000% real.
Can't be mad at
I think people should be tested before they are allowed to have kids. There's a lot of screwed up people out here in the world that are not mentally strong enough to handle that. They fucked up their own life. Why would we give them the right to screw up somebody else?
A parental aptitude
I'm just saying, if I can't drive a car without taking all these tests, I'm about to start a service.
Snip tubes and stuff.
I'm going to talk to Veronica. Me and her are going to get our money right, and we're going to start this because I don't need any more crazy little kids running around this.
Whitney, I have to say that was quite possibly one of the most profound things you've ever said.
Word.
A parental aptitude test.
I've always felt this way. I worked in daycare, and some of these kids, man, there ain't no hope for any of them.
Wow. Okay.
I love kids, though. I mean, if you can't tell, I love kids.
Let's move on now. Jesus. It was a great idea. Don't kill it. Let's go to Veronica Conway.
I think that we have to, as a community, in the Black community, I think we've got to begin to raise our standards about parenting in general, because it is a fact that if you fuck, the babies are going to get made. That is just, birth control, no birth control. That's just how it goes.
Thank you.
And we as a community have to begin to design for that fact, right? You look at the Jewish community, right? They design for courtship. They design for, and I just think we can as a community begin to be more conscious about, this is how we're going to raise our community. We are going to put things in place, and we're going to chastise people that don't get in line, not so much as a social conditioning, but if you're going to fuck up and do weird stuff, you can't, you get your black card revoked. Because we're about raising strong, healthy Black communities. I just think there has to be better standards.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. And Hecka activated.
Okay. I just think that the only women that do this type of nonsense are women that have low self-worth. I think that more than anything, what we miss tonight is the emotional side of this situation. And a lot of times they don't do it because they want money. They do it because they have emotional problems and they feel like they're having a child because their mama didn't care for them or their daddy didn't care for them. And if they, mama and daddy didn't care for them, then perhaps the child would care for them. So I think it's more to it than just looking at, a man for his money or whatever. But then, of course, there's mommy problems and there's daddy problems and then there's coochie problems. And I say coochie problems because a woman that is allowing a man to enter into her that she feels she has to trick, then that's the biggest problem of all, because you should not lay down with a man that don't feel that you're valuable enough to birth his child, period.
Wow.
And then that forces you to resort to these childish, illogical, buffoonery ways in an effort to make yourself feel good. I think it's ridiculous.
I love it.
And
So,
I don't agree with it at all.
So really quickly, get to your Twitter, tweet me your response. I'll read it right now. Sherman Lowry, tweet me at Zoe Williams. Hit me with your response. I'll read it right now for the last few minutes. Sherman Lowry says, some women trap themselves with their determination for wanting kids for the wrong reasons.
Woo, that's fire.
Mouthful.
That is on point. That is the realest thing I've heard.
That was hot monkey grease right there. Might not even need to read no more shit after that. Sinister Mephisto says, all these advices are silly. Advices? Let's work on that word.
Exactly.
There. You need to change the courts/environment, not the people, because you can't. I don't know how that.
Because
I want to write it again. Mr. Ego the Third. He says highly educated women have the same issues too. Ty Smalls is responding to Hecka Activated. He said easier said than done. A lot of people are chiming in. Jackie Mack, this show was way too fast. I need at least 4 hours.
Hours.
Ty Smalls says fucking amen at Zoe Williams, whoever that was. Somebody said something profound he loved. Again, now that I read some of your stuff, unless, this is Ty Smalls again, unless one of you are broke and the marriage is the come up, but fuck that, because having a baby would kill that. Okay.
Let's pre-read it before we just put it out there.
Yeah, Let's just do this. Let me give you my final thought on it. I keep saying wounds become heirlooms, right? Generational curses become heirlooms that we pass down. So if you don't look at the woman you're dealing with or the man you're dealing with objectively, you can't really see who and what they are, right? If you're looking at them through the lens of what you want, my standard, my belief, my ideas. Now, I always challenge people with standards. I'm not saying standards are bad. I'm saying standards should have a fucking expiration date like produce, right? These ideas work right now for where I am spiritually in my development. Shit, 6 months from now, these ideas may not work and you have to discard them. So many people are carrying around decomposed belief systems that no longer provide nutrients or sustenance. You got to always be checked into yourself so you can know when to discard, right, a severely degraded belief system. And I'm telling you, we pass on so much bullshit to our kids because we've never taken a painfully objective view of ourselves. And that's why it becomes problematic and it manifests itself in relationships. But that said, I'm Zoe Williams, and that's my final thought. I just wanted to share that.
Very nice.
Listen, this is what we're going to do. I want to go around and get everybody's information for those who are listening. Veronica Conway, where can they find you?
Veronica Conway on Facebook, Veronica at veronicaconway.com. If you want a coaching session, we're doing the boot camp coming up, so email me about that. And you can also hit me up at blackmastery.com and reprogram your mind.
She's awesome, man. She's awesome. Hecka Activated.
Yes, you can reach me. You can find me on www.heckaactivated.com, and Hecka is spelled Heka. And you could also find me at Hecka Activated, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Ashanti Ford.
On Facebook, Ashanti Ford. On Instagram, at Ashanti Ford Live. Twitter, Emergency TV. And definitely hit up my webisodes on YouTube, Girl on Fire Production.
Awesome. Whitney Tabeezy.
What's up, y'all? You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Those are my two faves. Miss Tabor, MSTABER. Also can hit up misstaber.com.
Wow, good stuff. And Anita, hairstylist, please tell us where you can turn everybody's hair.
And makeup artist.
Grape Kool-Aid purple. Speak on it.
You can find me on Instagram at Anita, the Anita Rose Hair Experience, or you can go to my website, anita-rose.com.
She's also located at Jasmine Ashley Salon. If anybody here in LA is listening, go check her out. She keeps my hair on point.
Come see me.
And my makeup. Okay.
And I got to be honest, man. I'm a little disappointed at the turnout for my Indiegogo project. I mean, we're only at 11%, and we have 15 days left. And I'm a little disappointed. I thought I would get far more support from my folks out there. I know it's tough, but I want to do a relationship roundtable tour where I deal with how to break up properly. right? How to come to the end of a relationship effectively. The book that I've written is a 12-chapter book. At the end of every chapter, there are exercises. I mean, it's a very heavy book, a contextual book. There's musical quotes. There's cultural quotes, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, all of these different sources to bring the consummate breakup book together. The book is called The Relationship Dismount: How to Stick the Landing when Leaving a Negative Relationship. And I want to teach people how to do this, and I want to do a 7-city tour. But I need everyone's help. And you got to go to the Zoe What Morning Show Relationship Dismount Book Tour on Indiegogo. And I need your support. I mean, people have been listening to me since 2005, and they follow me to all of these different platforms. Just imagine, I got 20,000 followers on Twitter. If all 20,000 gave $3, I'm there, right? I'm there, and we can do this, and we can support this book, and we can support the tour. So I need you guys to get active, put your money where your mouth is, and support a positive movement. And with that said, the Voice of Reason is out until Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. -radio, Hot Button Radio. That's what we do. I'll see you Friday.